What's up, everybody? It's Tuned Up Time, back at it with a motherfucking video. So today we got some parts that we're going to be installing on the outside of the car, and I don't know if you can tell, but we're in a different location right now. We're in some random ass garage, all right, at nighttime. So it's gonna be the first nighttime video of the channel, but we're gonna still be doing the same content, all right? So I ordered some parts from Alan B on YouTube. If you guys don't know him, you should check him out. He's a great YouTuber that does a ton of BMW content, and he has his own site where he sells his own parts for cars. So what we're going to be installing today is, I don't know if you guys can tell by the shape of it, but we have some carbon fiber mirror caps that we're going to be installing. And here's a little unboxing for you guys. All right. And I don't know if you guys can tell, but this is really high quality, real carbon fiber, not that cheap shit. Yeah, this is real nice quality, guys. We also have another part that we're going to be installing on the car, and that will be our sequential mirror lights. I said headlights for example. But yeah, these are going to be the sequential mirror lights that we're going to be putting on the car. Should be replacing these silver clear shits that I absolutely hate with a passion. It looks so bad. But we're going to be changing this mirror out, the mirror cap, and then we're also going to be changing the lamp. What you need to do is make sure your thing is facing on the right side, not on the left side. Whichever side you're going to do first. I'm doing the right side right now, so we're going to push it out all the way to the right, and then make sure the mirror goes all the way to the top. All right, once you got that out the way, you're set. So you want to make sure that the side that's facing towards the outside of the car is the side that's going to be, you know, the one you're pulling out. You're gonna need a pry tool, and for me, I'm using a little short wrench, but this is a T10 bit that you're gonna be using. So now we're gonna set you guys here. First things first, you just wanna remove the mirror. It is gonna take a little bit of force, so it's okay if you feel like you're gonna break it. Just make sure you're applying the force evenly and not just in one spot, because if you apply it in just one specific spot, you might put too much pressure onto the glass and it will crack. So for me, I'm gonna use my trim tool to put some pressure on the outside of the glass, and then I'm also gonna use my fingers to pry out the bottom. All right, so that took a little bit of force, guys, but just be careful next time. I kind of ripped that, but it is all in good condition still. You want to make sure after you take it out that all your little prongs, the plastic prongs, are still intact. The most important ones are the ones that hold the mirror, right here, here, and here. Oh. So yeah, one of mine actually did fall off, but that's fine. You still have the other 4 tabs. Yeah, so we're gonna let that dangle, but make sure to have a carbon fiber, not a carbon fiber, cloth that's hanging, so you don't want to scratch the glass or your paint on your car. All right, guys, so now what you will have is you're gonna have your screws that you need to remove. So you're gonna have one down here, one in the corner right here, right there. So 1, 2, and then 3. You're gonna remove all 3 of those, and once you have that removed, that should release the mirror cap. So let's just get those all unscrewed right now. Remember, you want to use a T10 right now. This is what it's gonna look like. Really hope that the glass really does work after this, because you kind of just got that shit. All right, so now that we removed all of those, we'll have 3 clips for your mirror housing. So there's gonna be one up here, one in the middle. So guys, let me see if I can get some light for you guys real quick. All right, so there's gonna be one up here, one here in the middle, and your last one is this one right here. You're just gonna squeeze those 2 tongs and then push out, and then it should release the mirror cap. Alright guys, so now we got all the clips undone and the mirror cap is off right now. If you guys do want to save it, just keep it in a safe place. For us, we are not, so we're just going to put this on the side right now. And now you will have access to your mirror, your tail light, not your tail light, your signal light, your turn signal. So before we get this one removed, I don't know how I got some spider webs in here, don't worry about that. But before we get the turn signal removed, the first thing you will need is to remove this little screw. It's another 10 torques, I believe. Yeah, this one that's right here. So now that you got all of those screws removed off, you are going to be able to remove the actual tail. I keep saying tail, I apologize. Turn signal. So first things first, you want to wiggle it first, the actual housing, to make some room, and then this should snap right off. There is a little piece right here that holds it together. I don't know if you guys can see. A little black clip. You want to make sure you get that removed, not removed, but slidden out, and just wiggle it a little bit. All right, so we got our turn signal finally removed, and to remove this, there is a little clip, black clip within the housing that you're going to want to push in and then push out. So I'm going to be using a screwdriver, pushing in and then out, and boom, there you go, there you go. Likewise, if you're going to be keeping this, always just keep it on the side. In our case, we're not, so I'm just going to leave that on the floor, not for someone to take obviously, but for us to use later on if we decide to keep the car. But as of right now, you have both of those removed. So you want to take your turn signal that you bought or received from Allen B90, Not sure if you're going to be buying it from him, but in my case, this is where I bought it from. And just to confirm, before installing, guys, let me see if I can get you in the light. I apologize, guys. So before installing, make sure that it says right, or whichever side that you're installing, make sure you have the right letter. In this case, it says R, so now we know that that one's going to be going in. So I like to turn the hazard lights inside the car so I can tell that there's an actual current or electricity passing through this, and they're getting, you know, their full functionality before I start to put everything back together, and then boom, I find out that there's nothing being turned on. So you want to make sure that the side that has a little nipple on it, you want to make sure that that goes in to the side that has the black hole. All right, so just snap that in until you hear a click, and there you go. Oh, wrong way. There you go. Now you have the full animation. So you want to just sneak it back in. Go and push this side in before you unravel onto this side. But yeah, just sneak this back in. I like to just push this back a little bit, the bottom housing, so we have a little bit more room to play with. All right, so once you got that pushed in a little bit, you want to make sure that the clip slides in like that into this right here. Boom, there you go, just like that. Once you hear the click, you're good, but not the click that is broken. You'll know once you do it, you'll know. But yeah, once we have that little slidden in, that little turn signal slid in, we're gonna push the bottom housing back into the frame and make sure that your turn signal is fully aligned. In our case, it's not, so I'm just gonna adjust this a bit. Now that we have the full housing and the turn signal plugged in, you want to screw back in your bolt. In this case, remember, don't mind my dirty ass fingernails. This is from the mirror cap, but you want to use the silver one that's in the back corner right here into this little screw. You want to use that silver one there, and then the other silver one, with basically the other tiny one, is going to go into this corner that's back here. The other black ones go into these. All right, now that all your screws are nice and tight in, you want to grab your carbon fiber mirror caps, or mirror caps, regular mirror caps, in case you don't have these. Same way that you would remove them, you want to make sure that when you're installing them back in, that all your clips go back in nice and evenly. All right, so for me, oh, wrong, I did it upside down. Anyway, for me, I like to angle the inside in and then the outside. So try and get it as close as possible and lined up nice and evenly. And then you want to look on your inside of the mirror, make sure that your clips are all within the specified areas that it needs to be, and then boom, you have a nice seal all around. And last but not least, carefully install your mirror back into the housing. Let's see, so just place it back in. All right guys, and this is your final product of the installation. As you can see, here's our carbon fiber, real nice and glossy. Shout out to this guy that I got it from. But they look really dope. Here's your front view. As you can tell, it is way brighter than your stock ones, your stock lights that you have in the car, and it's a full 360 brightness, not just in the corners like your stock ones that I have on the ground right here. But yeah, I really love these. I can't get over these mirror caps, man. They look really aggressive, really aggressive. Yeah, guys, I will be getting some shots later on with these on in traffic or during the nighttime or daylight, whichever looks best. But yeah, guys, here's your installation on your carbon fiber mirror cap and turn signals, sequential turn signals. If you enjoyed the video, guys, please like and subscribe. And not only that, but comment if you have any questions below. Like always, I'll try my best to respond to you in my best way that I can. But until then, peace out, guys.